I'm going to show you today how to double your income. I'm going to show you how everyone doubles their income, and it begins with changing the way you think. The starting point of doubling your income is very simple. Is make a decision to double your income and set it as a goal. If you do that, everything else changes for you. Who is the most important person in this room? Exactly. You are the most important person in this room. You are the most important person in your world. And here's what I discovered, and it changed my life. I discovered that how important you think you are determines almost everything that happens to you. If you think that you are an important person, you like yourself more. If you like yourself more, you set bigger goals for yourself. If you like yourself more, you set higher standards for yourself. You persist longer. The more you like yourself, the more you like other people. The more you like other people, the more they like you and want to be. The most wonderful thing you can do for your spouse and for your children is to like yourself and consider yourself to be a valuable person. From now on, whenever you think of any difficulty, you simply say, I like myself. When I was a young man and I learned this, my self-esteem was very low. And your self-esteem is very much like a tire with a slow leak. It starts to go flat whenever you go out to build your business or to build your life. So you have to keep pumping it up. I like myself, I like myself, I like myself, I like myself, I like myself. Every time you say, I like myself, your self-esteem goes up. Every time you have a difficulty or a problem, your self-esteem goes down. When your self-esteem goes down, you pump it up. I like myself, I like myself, I like myself. When I started off with this, I would repeat this to myself 10 times, 20 times, 50 times a day. Then one day I did something that changed my life, and it brought us here together. I went to the top salesman in my company. He was selling 10 times as much as anybody else. And I asked him, what are you doing differently from me? And he said, well, let me see if I can help you. He said, show me your sales presentation. Sell in the right order. If you do anything in the right proper sequence, you make far better results than if you just do it randomly. So he showed me how to sell systematically. So I began selling in a logical order, and my sales went up. And then I began reading books on selling, and my sales went up. And I began listening to audio programs on selling, and my sales went up. And then I began to attend conferences like this. And I still remember the first one that I attended. I'd never been to one before, and I sat and took notes. And then I practiced what I learned, and my sales went up and up and up. And soon, I was some years before. The large company had spent 1 year training him in professional selling. As a result, he could go anywhere, in any country. He could sell any product because he had the formula. He had the recipe. He had the system. And once he shared the recipe with me, I could sell as much as I wanted anywhere I went. And once I shared it with other people, they could sell as well. So I traveled and I began to learn this law of cause and effect. I applied it in every business I ever went into. The first question I asked is, how do you succeed in this business? And I would go to the top people in the business and I would say, ask for their advice. How do you succeed in this business? And they told me, and I did it, and I achieved success. I would go to the library and I would check out all the books on real estate, importation and distribution, management, sales, sales management, business building, entrepreneurship. I would take out all the books and I would read and read and read and read. What I learned from this law of cause and effect was this. Thoughts are causes and conditions, the conditions of your life are the effects. Thoughts are causes and conditions are effects. Your thinking creates your life. Now this is the greatest thought in history. This is the great thought of all the religions and all philosophy and all psychology and all success, is that Your thoughts create your life. That you can actually change your life by changing